No idea what I'm going to say this morning. I just did an hour-long meditation and then some stretching, which felt really good for my body. Just noticing the quality of my experience at the moment, and I'm tracking the thoughts that come and go. A number of times over these last days, the thought that, what I'm doing is kind of hinging on madness has arisen, I guess because the conditioned part of myself and the part that can only imagine what other people who are not actively on the spiritual path might judge, how they might judge what I'm doing, has momentarily coloured my perception. And for a moment there's this am I completely crazy, living in this present moment in the way that I'm experimenting with. And then just a second later I catch myself in that thought and realise, no, that's just another example of my mind, not the essence of me, but my mind trying to control reality. As I speak these words, I'm thinking, what would my mum or my brother make of this if they were watching this video? They'd probably think I'd completely lost the plot. And in a way I have, but it's the most beautiful madness that one could imagine. Because rather than being trapped in the judgment, and I keep saying the word story, but I can't at the moment think of another way to express it. I know I've used that word multiple times in the last few videos, but yeah, trapped in the judgment and old stories and clinging to old stories that the mind, the individual mind, the sense of a separate self overlays over pure experience of what is unfolding moment by moment. And to be noticing and opening to how life can be when I'm not trapped in those judgments and stories is so liberating. It's so profound. It's so life-altering that I cannot drop it. And the letting go is what makes that possible. And being in London, the place where I spent my childhood and my adolescence, as I walk around, I'm reminded constantly of old memories, and I'm noticing that my relationship to those memories is different from how it's been in the past. In the past, they held charge. You know, I used them as pieces of. I saw them as pieces of the puzzle that made up the person I am, and in some sense, that is still very true. But I'm not clinging to them with the same kind of giving them as much meaning as I used to, because I see that they are part of the story of the life I have lived in this body, in this lifetime. But I'm no longer, or at least at the moment, I'm not holding on to them as being a crucial part of who I am, because who I am now is just this witness of this experience. Who I've always been was the witness of the experience, but I was yeah, again, I'm going to repeat the word entangled. You know, I was entangled in that identity. And those threads that have kept me entangled are loosening and unwinding. And I'm aware that this trip here, being in England these few weeks and which happens to have coincided with the beginning of this letting go journey, or this part of the journey of letting go, is an easy kind of training ground. You know, I'm on holiday, I'm in holiday mode, I'm not having to face any big life decisions, I'm not working, you know, it's a gentle training ground to be practicing this letting go, and that's, just happens to be how it is. So I'm enjoying the gentleness and the joy that is coming through being present in this way with the people around me. I'm able to be much more present with the other people who are with me, my family, my extended family. And that is joyful. Over and out.